Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. President Donald Trump has said that Iran can directly reach out if it wants to negotiate an end to the war. In an interview, he said Tehran could call the United States, adding that secure communication lines are available. He again praised Pakistan's leadership for its role in mediating talks with Iran and described Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Field Marshal Asim Munir as great people, expressing strong respect for their efforts. Trump also said he cancelled the planned visit of U.S. envoys Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner, citing travel costs and logistical challenges linked to the Islamabad talks. A security scare erupted at a White House Correspondents Association dinner in Washington after gunfire was reported near a security checkpoint, prompting the evacuation of U.S. President Donald Trump and other officials. Authorities said a man armed with a shotgun opened fire and targeted a Secret Service agent who was struck in a protective vest and survived. Panic spread inside the packed ballroom of around 2,600 guests as attendees ducked for cover and security forces rushed in. Officials confirmed the suspect has been arrested and no major injuries were reported. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump says the White House Correspondents Dinner shooting was not linked to tensions with Iran, describing the attacker as a lone wolf acting alone. Trump confirmed the suspect has been arrested and called him a very sick person, while saying federal agencies are investigating his background, including reports he is from California. Later, he said in an interview that the suspected shooter did not come close to entering the ballroom where the event was taking place and was stopped by law enforcement beforehand. Trump also posted about the incident, stressing the importance of building a secure ballroom at the White House. He said his White House ballroom project could not be built fast enough. The project was approved by Washington planning authorities on April 2nd, 2 days after a judge ruled work cannot proceed without Congress's approval. U.S. authorities have charged the suspected shooter in the White House Correspondents' Dinner incident with multiple offenses after he allegedly opened fire at a security checkpoint in Washington, D.C. Police said the man was armed with a shotgun, handgun, and multiple knives when he charged through the checkpoint at the hotel hosting the event. A shooting incident at the White House Correspondents' Dinner has once again raised serious questions about security for top US officials. A gunman attempted to breach security at the Washington event and fired shots, hitting a Secret Service agent who was protected by body armor and is expected to recover. President Donald Trump and other senior officials were quickly evacuated, while the suspect was apprehended at the scene. The incident has reignited concerns over the safety of political leaders amid rising threats and heightened tensions. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has expressed shock over the shooting incident at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, calling it disturbing and saying he is relieved that US President Donald Trump, Melania Trump, and other guests are safe. In a statement on X, he offered prayers for their safety and well-being, adding that his thoughts are with those affected. Britain says it is working closely with US security agencies ahead of King Charles's upcoming visit, following a shooting incident at a high-profile event in Washington. Officials confirmed that security coordination has been intensified after gunfire disrupted the White House Correspondents' Dinner, prompting the evacuation of President Donald Trump and other senior figures. A senior UK minister said both the government and Buckingham Palace are taking the visit very seriously, with ongoing discussions to ensure maximum protection. The incident has heightened concerns over security at major political events amid rising threats. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has held telephone talks with his counterparts from Egypt and Turkey, discussing ceasefire efforts and broader diplomatic developments. During his call with Egyptian Foreign Minister Badr Abdelati, the two sides exchanged views on the US-Israel conflict and the evolving regional situation. Araghchi also spoke with Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, briefing him on ceasefire progress and ongoing diplomatic efforts aimed at resolving the conflict. Meanwhile, Abbas Araghchi also met Oman's Sultan Haytham bin Tariq Al Said in Muscat to discuss regional tensions and mediation efforts. The Sultan stressed that dialogue and diplomacy must take priority to secure lasting peace and reduce the impact of the conflict. Araghchi briefed him on Iran's position and thanked Oman for its role in facilitating talks as part of a regional tour that began in Islamabad. At least 4 Palestinians were killed as Israeli occupation forces opened fire and carried out strikes across the Gaza Strip on Sunday. According to health officials, the victims included civilians who were hit near Gaza City and in southern areas, with additional casualties reported in separate incidents. And artists and students have taken over Madrid's Malesana district, turning streets into open-air galleries. More than 100 artists from around the world decorated walls and shutters as part of an annual initiative aimed at attracting visitors and supporting local businesses. The area, known for its bohemian culture and ties to La Movida Madrilena, once again became a hub of creativity and public art. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.